Let me tell you about the strangest pattern in all of human relationships. A couple meets and it's beautiful. The early days are full of laughter, affection, late night conversations, that feeling that you finally found home in another person. And then, slowly, almost invisibly, something shifts. The warmth cools, the conversations get shorter, the affection turns into logistics. And one day, two people who once couldn't keep their hands off each other are sitting in the same room, feeling completely alone. Nothing dramatic happened. There was no affair, no explosion, no single betrayal. The love just quietly eroded, day by ordinary day, until it was gone. And here's the part almost no one wants to hear. In most cases, that erosion wasn't caused by bad luck, or by falling out of love. It was caused by the two people in it slowly sabotaging the very thing they wanted most without ever realizing they were doing it. They didn't kill their love on purpose. They killed it with 1,000 small, unconscious habits they never even knew were dangerous. Welcome back to The Connection Code. Today we're going to talk about how to actually maintain a healthy relationship, and more importantly, how to stop sabotaging the love you already have. And I'll be honest with you up front, some of this is going to sting a little, because you're probably doing at least one of these things right now without realizing it. Your instinct might be to point at your partner and say, that's them, not me. But if you can stay open, if you can stay with me to the end, you're going to walk away understanding what actually keeps love alive and what quietly poisons it. So you never have to watch a good relationship die of neglect again. Let me start with the truth that reframes everything. A healthy relationship is not something you find. It's something you build every single day through small repeated choices. This matters because most people treat love like a destination. They think once you find the right person, the hard part is over and the relationship just runs on its own. But love is not a state you arrive at. It's a garden you tend. And a garden that you stop watering doesn't stay the same. It dies. Most relationships don't fail because the people were wrong for each other. They fail because both people stopped tending the garden, assuming it would take care of itself. So why does this happen? Why do two people who genuinely love each other slowly stop nurturing the thing they treasure? It comes down to a single dangerous force, and that force is taking each other for granted. In the beginning, you saw your partner clearly. You noticed everything, appreciated everything, made an effort for everything. But over time, familiarity sets in. Your brain, which is wired to tune out anything constant and predictable, literally stops noticing the person you live with. They become part of the furniture of your life. And the moment you stop noticing someone, you stop appreciating them. And the moment you stop appreciating them, the sabotage begins. Not through cruelty, but through neglect. So let me show you the 3 ways couples sabotage love without realizing it. Once you see them, you'll spot them instantly in your own relationship. Sabotage number 1 is the slow death of appreciation. In the early days, you thanked your partner for the smallest things. You noticed when they looked good, when they did something kind, when they made an effort. But as time passes, all of that quietly disappears. The dinner they cooked becomes expected. The bills they pay become assumed. The kindness they show becomes invisible. You stop saying thank you, you stop noticing, and here's what that does to a person. Feeling unseen and unappreciated by the one person who's supposed to see you is one of the loneliest feelings in the world. Slowly, your partner starts to feel like a function instead of a person, like a roommate who provides services rather than a lover who is cherished. And a person who feels unappreciated eventually stops trying, because what's the point of effort no one notices? Sabotage number 2 is what I call keeping score. This is the silent killer that lives inside the heads of millions of couples. It's the mental ledger where you track everything you do and everything they don't. I did the dishes 3 times this week, and they didn't even thank me. I always apologize first. I do more than they do. The problem with keeping score is that it turns your relationship into a competition where the goal is to win, and the moment a relationship becomes a competition, you've already both lost. Because love is not a transaction where you give in order to get. The scorekeeping mind is always focused on what it's owed, never on what it can give, and it slowly fills with resentment over a tally the other person doesn't even know exists. You can't build intimacy with someone you're secretly competing against. Sabotage number 3 is letting resentment build in silence. This one is the most dangerous of all. It's what happens when small hurts, small annoyances, small unmet needs go unspoken. Instead of addressing the thing that bothered you, you swallow it. You tell yourself it's not a big deal, you don't want to start a fight, you'll just let it go. But you don't actually let it go. It goes into a vault. And every unspoken hurt gets stored in there, and over months and years, that vault fills with a quiet, simmering resentment. Then one day, something small happens, a forgotten errand, a careless comment, and you explode in a way that seems completely out of proportion. But it's not about the small thing. It's about everything you never said. Resentment is the slow poison of relationships, and silence is the bottle it comes in. Now, before you start mentally listing all the ways your partner does these things, I want you to stop and turn the mirror around. The only person you can change in this equation is you. And the beautiful news is that you have far more power than you think, because the same small daily choices that erode love can also rebuild it. So let me give you the 4 habits that actually keep a relationship healthy and alive. These are simple, but simple does not mean easy, and it does not mean small. Habit number 1 is to relentlessly notice and appreciate. Make a daily practice of catching your partner doing things right and saying so out loud. Thank them for the ordinary things. Tell them you noticed. Compliment them the way you did when you were trying to win them. This sounds almost too simple to matter, but it is the single most powerful thing you can do because you are reversing the brain's tendency to take them for granted. The relationship research of Dr. John Gottman found that healthy couples maintain a ratio of about 5 positive interactions for every negative one. 5 to 1. Most struggling couples have completely lost that ratio. So flood your relationship with genuine appreciation. Make your partner feel seen again. A person who feels deeply appreciated will move mountains for you. Habit number 2 is to turn toward, not away. Throughout every day, your partner makes tiny attempts to connect with you. Gottman calls these bids. They show you something on their phone, they make a comment about the weather, they sigh and say they had a hard day. Each one is a small bid for your attention, a tiny outstretched hand. And in every one of those moments, you make a choice. You either turn toward them by engaging, responding, giving them your attention, or you turn away by ignoring them, staying on your phone, giving a distracted grunt. Gottman's research found that couples who stayed together turned toward each other's bids the vast majority of the time, while couples who divorced turned away. Love is not built in the grand romantic gestures. It's built in the thousands of tiny moments where you choose to turn toward the person you love. Habit number 3 is to address issues early and gently. Remember that vault of silent resentment. The cure is to never let it fill in the first place. When something bothers you, don't swallow it and don't explode about it. Bring it up early, while it's still small, and bring it up gently, focusing on how you feel rather than attacking who they are. There's a world of difference between "you never help me, you're so selfish, and I've been feeling really overwhelmed lately, and I could use your help." The first one is an attack that puts them on the defensive. The second one is an invitation that lets them step toward you. Healthy couples aren't the ones who never have issues. They're the ones who deal with their issues while they're still small, before they harden into resentment. Habit number 4 is to keep choosing them on purpose. This is the deepest one. In the beginning, choosing your partner felt effortless because the chemicals made it easy. But mature love is not a feeling that happens to you. It's a decision you keep making. It's choosing to be kind on the day they're irritating. It's choosing to stay curious about them instead of assuming you already know everything. It's choosing to keep dating them, keep surprising them, keep prioritizing them long after the honeymoon chemicals have faded. The couples who last are not the ones who got lucky with permanent butterflies. They're the ones who decided again and again, through the boring days and the hard days, that this person is worth choosing. Love that lasts is a choice repeated 10,000 times. Put these 4 habits together, and you have the blueprint for a relationship that doesn't erode. You notice and appreciate so your partner feels seen. You turn toward them so connection keeps getting built. You address things early so resentment never poisons the well. And you keep choosing them so the love stays a living, active thing, instead of a fading memory. None of this requires grand gestures or perfect circumstances. It just requires you to stop running on autopilot and start tending the garden on purpose. Because here's what I really want you to understand before we close. The death of most relationships is not a murder. It's a slow starvation. 2 people who loved each other simply stopped feeding the thing between them, assuming it would survive on its own, and one day they looked up and it had quietly wasted away. But that doesn't have to be your story. The very same smallness that kills love is the smallness that saves it. A thank you, a moment of real attention. A hard thing said gently instead of swallowed. A choice to be kind today. These tiny acts are not small at all. They are everything. There's a line I think every couple should remember. We don't fall out of love. We fall out of attention, out of effort, out of appreciation, and we call it falling out of love. The truth is that love is not something that happens to you and then leaves you. It's something you do every single day in 100 quiet ways. So stop waiting for the spark to magically return. Stop sabotaging the love you already have through neglect and scorekeeping and silence. Start tending the garden again. Today, with one moment of genuine appreciation, one turn toward instead of away. Because the person sitting across from you was once the answer to all your prayers. Don't let them become a stranger you used to love. Choose them again, and then choose them again tomorrow. If this video spoke to you, hit like and subscribe so you and the connection code can keep decoding the real psychology behind love and connection together. And if you know a couple who've been drifting apart, or you feel that drift in your own relationship, send this video to the person you love and let it be the start of choosing each other again. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one.